Change your life, one step at a time. We live in a fast-paced world where everything is just a click away. Information, entertainment, communication. We've got endless distractions, and unfortunately, it's become easier than ever to lose control of our own lives. We wake up each morning with a list of things we want to do. Eat healthier, exercise more, be more productive. But somehow, day after day, we find ourselves stuck in the same routines, making the same mistakes, and letting time slip away. The truth is, real change, lasting change, doesn't happen overnight. It happens one step at a time. Let's talk about habits for a moment. Your habits, the things you do every day without thinking, are shaping your future. Good or bad, they are either pushing you forward or holding you back. The food you eat, the amount of exercise you get, and how you use your time, it all matters. But here's the kicker. These habits didn't develop overnight, and they're not going to change overnight either. That's why you've got to commit to changing your life one small step at a time. The power of small changes. We often look at our lives and think we need to make massive changes to see results. We tell ourselves, tomorrow I'll start exercising for an hour every day, or I'll cut out all junk food starting Monday. But how often do those drastic promises last? They usually fizzle out after a week or two because it's just too much too soon. You're trying to change years of habits in a single day. It's like trying to run a marathon without any training. You're setting yourself up for failure. The good news is that you don't need to overhaul your entire life in one go. Real transformation happens when you make small, consistent changes. Let's say you're spending hours each day scrolling through social media, watching endless videos, and wondering where all your time went. Instead of quitting cold turkey, start by setting a timer. Limit yourself to 30 minutes a day. That's manageable, right? As time goes on, you can reduce that even further. The point is to start with what's realistic and build from there. Now let's take your diet. If you've been relying on fast food or processed snacks for years, expecting yourself to suddenly switch to a clean, whole food diet overnight isn't just unrealistic, it's overwhelming. Instead, focus on one meal. Maybe start by eating a healthy breakfast. Choose something simple like oatmeal, a smoothie, or eggs. Once that becomes a habit, move on to lunch. Over time, those small changes will add up, and before you know it, your entire diet has improved. The same goes for exercise. You don't need to hit the gym for 2 hours a day right from the start. Maybe you've been sedentary for months or even years. Start small. Go for a 10-minute walk. Do 20 squats while watching TV. The goal is to get moving, to start a routine that you can stick with. Once your body gets used to it, you can increase the intensity. But the key is to start with something so small that it's almost impossible not to do it. Breaking free from distractions. Time. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, but how we use those hours is what separates success from stagnation. If you're constantly checking your phone, getting sucked into social media, and filling your day with mindless distractions, you're giving away your most valuable asset, time. We don't realize it, but every minute we waste scrolling through our feeds is a minute we could be using to better ourselves. But here's the thing. You don't need to completely eliminate your screen time. You just need to manage it. Again, it's all about those small steps. Start by tracking how much time you're actually spending on your phone. You'll be surprised how quickly it adds up. Then, set clear boundaries. Instead of checking your phone first thing in the morning, take 10 minutes to meditate, stretch, or write down your goals for the day. In the evening, instead of mindlessly scrolling, take a walk, read a book, or work on a hobby. Those little changes will transform your life over time. Commitment to change. Let's be real. Changing your life is hard. It takes discipline, effort, and consistency. You're going to face setbacks. There will be days when you slip back into old habits, when you eat that junk food or waste hours on your phone. But here's what separates people who change their lives from those who don't. Commitment. You have to commit to showing up for yourself every day, even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it, and even when you fail. Think about this. Every small change you make is a vote for the person you want to become. Every time you choose a healthier meal, Every time you choose to move your body and every time you manage your time wisely, you're casting a vote for a better future. Those votes add up, and soon you'll find that the life you once dreamed of is becoming your reality. But remember, it won't happen all at once. You're not going to wake up tomorrow and have it all figured out. Change takes time. So give yourself grace, but also hold yourself accountable. Make a plan. Start with one habit. Whether it's eating better, moving more, or cutting back on distractions, choose one thing and focus on it until it becomes second nature. Then, add another. Before you know it, you'll be living a life you're proud of. A life of purpose, health, and productivity. Final thought. If you're serious about changing your life, the time to start is now. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now. Take that first step today, no matter how small it may seem. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. One step at a time, one habit at a time, one day at a time, you can transform your life. Don't let your future be dictated by your current habits. You have the power to change, but only if you take action. So what are you waiting for? Start today and change your life one step at a time.